Law 120, Criminal Law and the Charter. Winter, 2023. Subject title: Criminal Law and the Charter. Subject description: The Charter of Rights and Freedoms has exerted a major and ongoing impact on law enforcement in Canada through its emphasis on individual rights, and especially those of an accused person. This has compelled police services to be meticulous in their adherence to procedures such as providing information to an accused person, obtaining evidence, and conducting searches in a manner sanctioned by statute and precedent law. In this foundational course in Police Foundations, students consider the basis of criminal law, along with examining the principles and purposes of the Charter. Students review examples of Charter breaches and consider the role of law enforcement agencies in protecting the rights of the individual citizen while balancing their responsibilities to protect communities and individuals from criminal activity. Students consider the key elements of criminal law in Canada, and the Criminal Code is introduced with regard to its purposes, structure, format, and use. Key concepts regarding criminal responsibility and defenses to criminal charges are analyzed and discussed through the use of critical cases across the course. Credit status: This is a Police Foundations program credit subject. Learning outcomes: Upon successful completion of this subject, the student will be able to discuss the origins of the legal system and the organizations who determine criminal law in Canada, classify and explain the format of the Criminal Code, its uses and various features, distinguish between provisions applicable throughout the Criminal Code that define involvement in a crime, for example, being a party or accessory to an offense, counseling or attempting to commit an offense, and conspiring with another to commit an offense. Identify criminal responsibility as it applies to intent or negligence in relation to a criminal offense. Recognize the classic defenses to a criminal charge. Describe the classic defenses to a criminal charge. Recognize the importance of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and its impact on the Canadian Criminal Code. Apply the rights of a person as contained in Sections 2 through 15 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and the range of remedies available to a justice under Section 24 when a breach occurs. Academic integrity: Seneca upholds a learning community that values academic integrity, honesty, fairness, trust, respect, responsibility, and courage. These values enhance Seneca's commitment to deliver high-quality education and teaching excellence, while supporting a positive learning environment. Ensure that you are aware of Seneca's academic integrity policy, which can be found at http://www.senecacollege.ca/about/policies/academic integrity policy.html. Review Section 2 of the policy for details regarding approaches to supporting integrity. Section 2.3 and Appendix B of the policy describe various sanctions that can be applied if there is suspected academic misconduct, for example, contract cheating, falsification, impersonation, or plagiarism. Please visit the Academic Integrity website http://open2.senecac.on.ca/site/academic integrity/ for students to understand and learn more about how to prepare and submit work so that it supports academic integrity, and to avoid academic misconduct. Discrimination/harassment: All students and employees have the right to study and work in an environment that is free from discrimination and/or harassment. Language or activities that defeat this objective violate the college policy on discrimination/harassment and shall not be tolerated. Information and assistance are available from the Student Conduct Office at student.conduct@senecacollege.ca. Accommodation for students with disabilities: The college will provide reasonable accommodation to students with disabilities in order to promote academic success. If you require accommodation, contact the Counseling and Accessibility Services Office at extension 22900 to initiate the process for documenting, assessing, and implementing your individual accommodation needs. Camera use and recordings: synchronous, live, classes. Synchronous, live, classes may be delivered in person, in a flexible learning space, or online through a Seneca web conferencing platform such as MS Teams or Zoom. Flexible learning spaces are equipped with cameras, microphones, monitors, and speakers that capture and stream instructor and student interactions, providing an in-person experience for students choosing to study online. Students joining a live class online may be required to have a working camera in order to participate, or for certain activities, for example group work, assessments, and high-speed broadband access, e.g. cable, DSL, is highly recommended. In the event students encounter circumstances that impact their ability to join the platform with their camera on, they should reach out to the professor to discuss. Live classes may be recorded and made available to students to support access to course content and promote student learning and success. By attending LAW classes, students are consenting to the collection and use of their personal information for the purposes of administering the class and associated coursework. To learn more about Seneca's privacy practices, visit Privacy Notice. Last revision date, September 26, 2022, 12:05 and 15 seconds a.m. Last review date, October 3, 2022.